esteemed family members of Justice Davinder Gupta, my esteemed sister and brother judges of the High Court, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Additional Solicitor General, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Honorary Secretary, Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Mohit Mathur, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Jatan Singh, Vice President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Secretary, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sanjay Lau, Standing Counsel Criminal, Government of NCT of Delhi, Mr. Santosh Tripathi, Standing Counsel Civil, Government of NCT of Delhi, Standing Counsel of the Central and the State Government, Executive Members of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Office Bearers of Bar Council of Delhi and other district bar associations, Senior Advocates, Members of the Bar, Members of print and electronic media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. We have assembled today to condole the sad demise of Justice Davinder Gupta, a former judge of this court, who served this institution for almost 9 years, including as the acting Chief Justice of this court. Justice Gupta was born on 4th April 1943 at Barari in erstwhile Masu state, falling in the present-day state of Himachal Pradesh. He completed his school education from Sanatan Dharam Sabha School at Shimla and went to Rana Padam Chandra Sanatan Dharam Senior Under Officer. Justice Gupta earned his degree in law from Punjab University with First Division and got enrolled as an advocate on 23rd March 1967 with the Bar Council of Punjab at Chandigarh. He started his legal practice in 1967 under the guidance of his father, late Lala Ram Krishan Gupta, who himself was amongst the first batch of advocates who were designated as senior advocates by the High Court of Himachal Pradesh. Justice Davinder Gupta practiced in all branches of law, including civil, commercial, taxation and land acquisition, and became a leading lawyer of the High Court of Himachal Pradesh. After 23 years of active legal practice, on 25th June 1990, Justice Gupta was appointed as a permanent judge of the Himachal Pradesh High Court. On 28th April 1994, he was transferred as a judge of the Delhi High Court and served as the acting Chief Justice of this court on 4 different occasions. His tenure on the bench of this court was very productive, and he served the institution in all spheres of judicial and administration work. Justice Gupta is remembered as a courteous, patient, just and a fair judge who earned a great reputation amongst the members of the bar and the litigant public. With vast experience as a lawyer and a judge, he was a guide to the lawyers and judges equally. He believed that due hearing must be given to the lawyer with a smile, irrespective of the fate of the case. He believed in quality disposal of the case with promptitude. The secret of his success as a judge was, if I may say, in his clinical approach to get hold of the nerve of the case. He would not indulge in arguments with the lawyer, instead would patiently hear the lawyer, identify the heart of the matter and decide the case with promptitude. He would give similar guidance to the newly appointed judges. Once, while presiding a division bench with a newly appointed judge who was a practicing lawyer, he noticed that the new judge was getting provoked as he was engaging in arguments with the lawyer. He stopped the colleague judge and guided him with the secret that every judge ought to adhere. Justice Gupta's judicial journey progressed further when he was sworn in as Chief Justice of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh on 6th March 2023. He retired from the service on attaining the age of superannuation on 4th April 2005. Justice Gupta was a judge with impeccable integrity who served the cause of justice with a keen sense of justness and fairness. Justice Gupta, despite being a simple person, was immensely popular. Popularity followed him in all phases of life. He was extremely popular as a practicing lawyer in Shimla and was equally popular at Delhi and Hyderabad. After his retirement, Justice Gupta kept himself engaged in arbitrations, and he dealt with all kinds of subject matters, including issues of civil nature, engineering contracts, and commercial nature. Despite his vast exposure, Justice Gupta led a simple life and remained deeply religious throughout his life. He was soft-spoken, polite, and humble in his demeanor, not only inside the court but also outside it. He extended great respect to the members of the bar, both seniors and juniors, and was known for having a pleasant atmosphere in his court despite the gravity of the issues in the court. We are deeply pained at the great loss of a great judge who maintained the dignity of this institution for a long time. Justice Gupta left for his heavenly board at the age of 81 years on 17 June 2024 at Kurk, Karnataka, where he had gone for a vacation. He is survived by 3 children. His elder son, Mr. Rajesh Gupta, is a practicing lawyer in Delhi, and younger son, Mr. Neeraj Gupta, is a designated senior advocate practicing in the High Court of Himachal Pradesh. His daughter, Mrs. Dipali Butel, is a homemaker residing in Delhi. On my behalf and on behalf of my sister and brother judges in the High Court of Delhi, I express my heartfelt condolences to the family members of Justice Gupta. May God bestow the family members with the strength to bear this loss and the departed soul with peace in his onward journey. His life and contributions towards the cause of justice shall continue to inspire the future generations. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, honorable judges of this court, family members of Justice Davinder Gupta, President of the Bar, Mr. Mohit Mathur, Secretary of the Bar Council, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Mr. Sanjay Lau, Standing Counsel, Criminal GNCTD, Mr. Jatan Singh, Vice President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Secretary, assembled advocates, notably Mr. Kirti Uppal, Senior Advocate, Mr. Soni, Mr. Sanjay Jain, my predecessor and very eminent Senior Advocate, Mr. Pulka, all of the Central Government Standing Councils on the left, and youngsters sitting on the right, those who've joined virtually. We are here to pay homage to Justice Davinder Gupta, who was a legend in his own right. As the Honorable Chief Justice points out, he was a very popular person with the bench and the bar, and I do not recollect a single moment when there was any fracas of any sort in his court. May I begin by a self-deprecatory incident which I just narrated before the formal. Justice Gupta was a very soft judge, and Mr. Jain told me outside court that 33% of the entire work in the Himachal Pradesh High Court was invariably with Justice Davinder Gupta when he was the leading most lawyer there. So in any matter which was a matter of some consequence, he had to be either this side or that side. That having said, he was also an all-roster judge. His expertise extended not only to civil law, in which we identified, we were told at that time, that here comes a man who really knows civil law at its roots. But on the appellate side, on any side, whichever side Justice Gupta was, he not only did justice, but he was very adept. He was hands-on, and there was never a moment in his court in which anybody could be uncomfortable. This is what Mr. Pulka also told me just, that his courtroom was a very comfortable courtroom. On the incident that happened with me, self-deprecating as it is, as youngsters, we emulate our seniors. And I was also in the habit of imitating some people. So there was a legend, Mr. P.N. Lekhi, and Mr. Lekhi had this habit of making a point, and then, as per his habit, and I don't fault him for that, he used to look behind for the reverberating effect of his point. So I also caught on, I said, this might be a good way. So when I look back, Justice Davinder Gupta was in court number 5 at that time, said, Mr. Sharma, the court is this side. So he chided me in a way, and I have never looked back in any manner of speaking. That was Justice Davinder Gupta, and he can't be forgotten for the fact that he became acting Chief Justice, if memory serves me right, on the 3rd of October 2022. And it was, 2002. And it was 2002 when this Honorable Court was pleased to grant me the gown. That was when Justice Davinder Gupta was the acting Chief Justice. So that memory is etched in my mind. That said, in those times where there were colossuses like on the original side, Lala Ramji Gupta, Mr. Arun Mohan, Mr. P.N. Lekhi, Mr. Somnath Marwa, Mr. Makhija, Mr. Madan Bhatia, and all of them. And they used to somehow in their conversations lament the fact that civil law is taking some sort of a beating. And when Justice Gupta came from Himachal, the reputation that he carried was that here is a man who knows civil law inside out. But not only that, Justice Gupta displayed his expertise all across all jurisdictions, making him an outstanding judge of this very, very special court. His contribution is reflected in the many judgments he passed, more notably in R.K. Sabharwal versus State of Punjab, which helped define the principles of reservations in public employment. His son, who is a practicing advocate of this court, Mr. Rajesh Gupta, told me, I said, please tell me something. I am least prepared of speaking. So he said, you know him more than me. So I said, nahi, kuch to batao mujhe. So kehte hai, Papa was a very good cook. And he used to cook so wonderfully well. फिर उन्होंने ये कहा कि I used to bring the fish and he used to cook. I said, please don't take me on that path. So, but he says that he was his hand at non-vegetarian delicacies was extremely, extremely good. In Shimla, if one walks the mall, and we just talked this, so as the mall starts after a legendary hotel, on the left-hand side, there is a huge shop in which Justice Gupta's photograph is placed there. So I don't think so any Delhi lawyer who goes there misses out and connects with that wonderful photograph of a rather heavy but a very handsome Justice Davinder Gupta. His tenure here will be remembered for the fact that he was very quick in decision making, and he used to get to the point in a flash. Not to say that he ever stopped any lawyer from having his full say. That said, he acquitted himself very favorably and extremely well in the Andhra Pradesh High Court, where he's remembered even till date. As Justice Manmohan, our Chief Justice, remarked that he was a very good shooter. He actually didn't shoot down any lawyer in any manner of speaking. He assimilated everything, but the grasp of the pulse of the matter was something which really stood him out. And of course, his son, Mr. Neeraj Gupta, is a designated senior of the Himachal Pradesh High Court, a very illustrious and a very competent lawyer who is also gaining almost quite a lot of monopoly in that court. If you go, he can also be found in any matter that is there. So a fine gentleman, a great jurist, a distinguished personality, his wisdom, compassion, dedication to justice, and more so, his attitude towards the junior members of the bar, whom he always encouraged, is a fact which needs to be stated in this full court reference. There is, what I would say is this, that he was quite unflappable as a judge. And we'll end this by just reciting one facet in the Shastraj, which says, Sthir buddhi sammudho brahmavid brahmani sthitihi. That means if the intellect is stable and free from attachment, that man is already in the state or nearly in the state of Sthit Pragya. That is the way we see Justice Gupta. May peace be upon him, and our prayers are always with him, and good wishes with his family. Namaskar.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice Manmohan, other honorable judges of the High Court of Delhi, learned Additional Solicitor General Shri Chetan Sharma ji, former Additional Solicitor General Sanjay Jain ji, Mr. Jatan Singh and Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Vice President Honorary Secretary of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, other Executive Committee members, former office bearers of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Honorary Secretary Bar Council of Delhi, other dignitaries from Sikh Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Sanjay Lau, Santosh Tripathi, Standing Councils, Government of NCT of Delhi, Mr. Rajesh Gupta and Mr. Neeraj Gupta, sons of late Justice Davinder Gupta, friends and family of Honorable late Justice Davinder Gupta, fellow senior counsels, distinguished members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. We gather here today to honor the memory of an extraordinary man, a jurist of unparalleled wisdom and compassion, our beloved Justice Davinder Gupta, former Acting Chief Justice, Delhi High Court, and former Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. It is with deep sorrow that we mourn his passing, but we also stand united in celebrating the life of a man who was much more than just a brilliant legal mind. He was a mentor, guide, and an inspiration to all who had the privilege of knowing him. Born in the beautiful hill state of Himachal, Justice Gupta's professional journey was marked by humility, discipline, and a tireless commitment to justice. His legal career had begun in 1967 when he was enrolled as an advocate under the guidance of his father, late Sri Ramkishan Gupta ji. He honed his legal skills and developed the ethical foundation that would define his career. Justice Gupta's brilliance and hard work soon propelled his practice, which led to his elevation as a judge of the Himachal Pradesh High Court. In every role that he undertook, from his time as a judge at the Delhi High Court to being the acting Chief Justice and eventually becoming the Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, his integrity and fairness shone through. His judgments were not only sound in law, but were delivered with the deepest empathy for the people they affected. Justice Gupta always ensured that justice was meted out with compassion, particularly in cases where the most vulnerable needed the protection of law. As Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, Justice Gupta spearheaded a significant leap in the computerization of the judiciary, modernizing the court procedures and enhancing administrative efficiency. His foresight and dedication laid the foundation for much advancement in the judicial system that continues to benefit the legal fraternity today. His unwavering commitment to improving the judiciary extended beyond his tenure on the bench, and his contributions to the legal education system, particularly his pivotal role in the expansion of Nalsar, Hyderabad, are still felt by the students and faculty alike. Many have said that through his efforts, Nalsar gained its distinction as one of the premier law schools in India. Yet, beyond his many professional accomplishments, what truly set Justice Gupta apart was his patience, humility, and unwavering courtesy towards everyone who appeared before him. Whether it was a young lawyer or a seasoned advocate, he treated all with respect and kindness. His calm demeanor during court proceedings, his thoughtful words of encouragement, and his willingness to guide and mentor young lawyers left an indelible mark, an impact on those who had appeared before him. I have myself enjoyed indulgence in his court while he was on the criminal side roster. Got certain reliefs which perhaps I might not have got if it was a senior advocate appearing before him. That was his indulgence given to the junior counsels. His lordship's guidance was not limited only to legal matters. He had a deep understanding of life's broader challenges and always found time to offer words of wisdom to to younger lawyers appearing before his court in their early years of their profession. Justice Gupta's personal life was a reflection of his values. A man of simplicity, he led a life of devotion and embodied the Lord's teachings of humility and righteousness in his life. His deep concern for the well-being of common man was evident not only in his judgments, but even in his speeches, such as his poignant Independence Day address in 2003, where he lamented the erosion of values in society and the rise of dishonesty and corruption. Justice Gupta was a voice of reason and morality, constantly reminding us all of the greater duty we bear as members of the legal profession and society. His leadership extended beyond the law as he served as Grand Master of the Freemasonry in India, a testament to his commitment to service and fraternity. Today, as we condole the death of Justice Davinder Gupta, we remember him not only for his legal achievements, but also for the profound impact he had on our lives. Justice Davinder Gupta will forever remain in our hearts, and his legacy will live on, not just with his sons, Rajesh and Neeraj, and his daughter, but also with the countless lives he had touched in his life. Om Shanti.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice Manmohan, and other companion judges of this Honorable High Court, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, Mr. Sanjay Jain, Senior Advocate and former ASG, Mr. Mohit Mathur, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Jatan Singh, Vice President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Honorary Secretary, Delhi High Court Bar Association, other members of the Executive Committee and former office bearers of DSCBA, Mr. Kirti Uppal, former President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sanjay Law, Standing Counsel, Criminal GNCT of Delhi, Mr. Rajiv Khosla, Member Bar Council of Delhi and former President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, and other esteemed members of Bar Council of Delhi, Central Government, Standing Councils, Additional Standing Councils, and Government Councils, Office Bearers of District Court Bar Association, learned senior advocates present in the courtroom, and esteemed members of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, friends and family members of Justice Davinder Gupta, especially his son, Mr. Rajesh Gupta and Mr. Neeraj Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. It is with profound sorrow that we have gathered here to pay tribute to the departed soul of Honorable Justice Davinder Gupta, former Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh High Court and also a former judge of this prestigious High Court, who left for his heavenly abode on 17 June 2024 at the age of 81. At the same time, it is also an opportunity to celebrate his life and remember his contributions to law as well as the legal fraternity. Justice Davinder Gupta was enrolled as an advocate in the year 1967 and being a first-generation lawyer, himself admitted to struggling initially in order to survive in the profession in the district courts of Himachal Pradesh, and on the basis of his hard work and sincerity shifted to the High Court of Himachal Pradesh and practiced in all branches of law. With his sheer hard work and dedication, Justice Gupta was appointed Judge of the High Court of Himachal Pradesh on 25th June 1990. Delhi can take pride in the fact that Justice Gupta was transferred as a judge to this prestigious High Court in the year 1994 and was appointed as the acting Chief Justice of this Honorable Delhi High Court on 2nd October 2002 and many other occasions. Later, Justice Gupta was elevated as Chief Justice of Honorable High Court of Andhra Pradesh on 10th March 2003 and superannuated on 4th April 2005 from the post. Justice Gupta leaves behind him a legacy of qualities of a great jurist. Throughout his life, Justice Gupta wore multiple hats. One of such hats was that of an educationist. Justice Gupta was committed to the cause of improving the quality of a legal education in India. His endeavor was to enrich the young minds to pursue a profession of excellence and commitment. Justice Gupta was also dedicated to the cause of imparting justice to the downtrodden and marginalized section of the society and was made the executive chairman of Delhi State Legal Service Authority. We can proudly say that the historic amendment, that is Legal Service Authority Amendment Act 2002, to provide free and competent legal service to the weaker section of the society to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities, and to organize Lok Adalat to secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on a basis of equal opportunity came into force during the time of Justice Gupta, when Justice Gupta was the judge of this Honorable High Court of Delhi. Justice Gupta's life and times are bound to be remembered again and will certainly inspire generations to come. The greatest strength of the judiciary is the faith of people in it, Faith, confidence, and acceptability cannot be commanded. They have to be earned. I believe Justice Gupta epitomized all the required qualities of being one of the best judges this country has. Life is an opportunity to be an example to others. By setting exemplary standards, Justice Gupta believed in this quote. There are innumerable qualities that a person needs to live. What can be called a good life: humility, patience, kindness, a strong work ethic, and the enthusiasm to constantly learn and improve oneself. Most importantly, particularly for a judge, one must be steadfast in holding on to their principles and fearless in their decisions. It is an important quality for a judge to withstand all pressures and odds and to stand up bravely against all obstacles. I feel that biggest quality of a good human being is that we do not need to remember them but they remain alive in our memories. Justice Davinder Gupta has left the world by making a mark in the lives of thousands of people and always remains to be there in our memory. Justice Davinder Gupta enjoyed abundance of goodwill and affection from every member of the bar and the bench. Justice Gupta truly believed that with sheer hard work and a heart filled with humility, you can achieve greatness. Justice Gupta's life is an inspiration for the young generation during these times. I, on behalf of my chairman, Mr. Surprakash Khatri, and other esteemed members of Bar Council of Delhi, express a deep sense of gratitude for his lordship contribution to the Indian judiciary and extend our deepest condolences with the friends and family of Justice Gupta. With these words, we pay our respectful homage to the departed soul. May his pious soul rest in peace.
Honorable Mr. Justice Manmohan, Chief Justice, High Court of Delhi, Honorable Judges of the High Court of Delhi, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Union of India, Mr. Sanjay Jain, former Additional Solicitor General, Union of India, Mr. Santosh Kumar Tripathi, Standing Consul, Government Consuls, Government of NCT of Delhi, Standing Consuls, Government Consuls, Union of India, and the State Government, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, Honorary Secretary, Bar Council of Delhi, Mr. Mohit Mathur, President, High Court Bar Association, Mr. Jatan Singh, Vice President, Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Secretary, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Office Bearers of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Senior Members, Mr. Uppal, Mr. Phulka, esteemed colleagues and family members of late Honorable Justice Davinder Gupta. Today I stand before this Honorable Full Court with a sense of grief on the sad demise of Honorable Justice Davinder Gupta, who left for his family about on 17th of June 2024 at the age of 81. With the demise of Justice Davinder Gupta, the end of old generation of judges is slowly fading away. Justice Gupta was born and brought up in Shimla, started his practice there and practiced in all branches of law, be it civil, criminal, constitutional, taxation, and labor, till he was elevated as a judge of the Himachal Pradesh High Court in the year 1990 and subsequently transferred to Delhi High Court in 1994. I had opportunity to appear before Justice Gupta during my initial years of practice and found him to be a fine gentleman with immense knowledge in every field of law. On every occasion, we had the opportunity of learning something or the other from Justice Gupta during his court proceedings. He was a man versatile in many fields of law. He had a smiling face and possessed sterling qualities of head and heart. He was a very jovial person. This reminds me of an incident when he was heading a division bench before in the Delhi High Court. There was an externment case where the Lieutenant Governor had externed a person from Delhi. So I was representing along with my father. So his name was some Pelwan. So he said, Mr. Law, I have seen Pelwans in TV. So I want to see this person in my real life. So my father said, for that purpose, you have to stay this order. So he said, of course, I'm going to stay this order of the Lieutenant Governor. So he always had affectionate bonding with his juniors in age and profession. He had always been encouraging the junior members of the bar and never lost his cool during the court proceedings. As a judge, he was grateful and dispensed justice with compassion and equity and never lost sight of miserable conditions of litigants. He dispensed justice with an unwavering commitment to the protection of the rights and freedom of the people. Justice Gupta always upheld the dignity of law, and his contribution to the administration of justice will be remembered by one and all. He was also the executive chairman of the Delhi State Legal Service Authority and was highly respected by all. He was a brilliant administrator, shaping the future of judiciary in Delhi. Being sworn in as Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh High Court in 2003, Justice Gupta attained his superannuation in 2005. Justice Davinder Gupta was a man of simple living, and in his death, we have lost a legal luminary who had vast knowledge in almost every aspect of law. Even after retirement, Justice Gupta had successfully adjudicated many arbitrations. Though that is the only reality of this life, yet it becomes difficult to reconcile to this hard fact. Justice Gupta's both sons, Mr. Rajesh Gupta and Mr. Neeraj Gupta, are our beloved colleagues and members of the bar. The grief is not only to the family, but to us all. I, on behalf of my colleagues on the civil and criminal side, Government of NCT of Delhi, and on my own behalf, express my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family of late Justice Davinder Gupta and pray to Almighty to bestow eternal peace to his soul. Thank you.
Mark of respect, working with us suspended for the day.